Hello Libra, welcome to your February 2021 reading. Hard to believe we're already to February. So let's see what your overall energy is. Answering the call. The time is now. Wow, Libra. And looking at the picture here, you're getting ready to walk out the door towards something new. You may have gotten, some inspiration, intuitive message that now is the time to go and do something. It could be a new career path for you. Maybe you're looking for new love, or perhaps, you're getting ready to build something or a creative project. So right now, nice, you have the angel of love on your side. The angel of love is trying to bring balance into your love life or romantic life. Very nice. And you may have that balance, that may be why the angel of love is with you. But usually this angel comes in when you're trying to find balance in a certain area, and this is in the area of love. So maybe you've gotten the call that it's time to go find your true love, and you're ready to walk out the door and go find it. Very nice. So your obstacle this month is the temple path. Okay, so especially with answering the call, you're definitely on a spiritual journey of some sort. But you have your guides here guiding you on this path. And it could be, if you do have a new love coming into your life, that person will help you on this path, be like a soulmate connection. So let's see what the future has. Magician and the Mirror. So you are in a lovely energy where you are probably trying to manifest something new in your life. You've gotten some type of inspiration, possibly in the area of love, and you're going on a new path. You're manifesting this. Very nice. Okay, so let's see what else we have. A merry motive. So, this kind of indicates that you need to take another look at the motive of why you want to go answer this call. And to be honest with yourself. Like if you're looking for balance in your love life or in relationships in general, what is the motive behind that? What has changed? What lesson have you learned that's making you want to go on this new adventure? Awakening genius. So this is your obstacle. Because you have the temple path and the awakening genius here, it's kind of signifying that you may not be listening to your spiritual guides as much as you need to. They're trying to awaken something inside of you by going on this call, by going on this new path of love. Okay, so let's see what the future holds. Willing release. And, it could be that like through the month of February, you might not have a new love coming in. What you may be doing is finally releasing something from the past. Like you've gotten the call, you've gotten the intuitive, message that it's time to release something from the past. And, it could be that part of answering that call is going back and looking at love relationships from the past and the lessons that you've learned, and perhaps the motive in how you acted in those relationships, and gaining that knowledge, closing those cycles, understanding, any regrets. And it doesn't mean that you've done something wrong. It just means, what do you regret in your love life? What would you do different? Because that's where your lessons are. And once you understand those lessons, you're going to be able to release whatever energy this is from the past so that you can manifest something new in your future. Lovely energy. Okay, memories of love. Yeah, I think you're kind of looking back at your love life, at maybe a relationship or just your relationships in general, and trying to figure out like what it is that you really liked about those relationships, and maybe what you want to, the role that you play in your relationships in the future, how you might want to change that. I think you've grown. I think you've had some type of spiritual awakening, and that's your obstacle. You're still kind of going through that. I think that part of this energy is that you're going through kind of like a spiritual awakening. And it's not really that it's your obstacle. It's just like a period of time that you have to go through so that you can willingly release whatever it is from the past. Heal those wounds so that you can go, into a new direction. And you've really kind of gotten this call to kind of take a moment to look back and reflect. That's the word I'm getting, reflect. Reflect on the past. Okay, solitude. Yeah, so, this isn't your obstacle. There's two things here. You could be like on a spiritual, awakening. You may even be like in a dark soul of the night with this solitude. And, she has like this book, and gender doesn't matter, but, she has this book. And it's kind of like, to me, it's like the story of your life. Like you're looking at the story of your life and trying to reflect on the lessons that you need to learn at this point in your path. And, with this star right here, you have your spirit guides helping you with this. But, I think you're coming towards the end of this solitude. If you haven't gone into kind of a time of solitude, and I know right now we're all like in solitude, but if you haven't spent time just reflecting, I think that this is spirit saying to you, it's time to do that. And if you have done it, I think that you are looking back and you're kind of like, okay, I'm ready to write the next chapter of my life. I'm ready to turn the page. I've learned my lessons. I'm ready to release them and move on to a new, chapter in your life. Very nice. Okay, balance. Yeah, by releasing this from the past. Maybe any, like regrets again, or I know regrets has a negative connotation, but it's just like, it's really like the lessons. What lessons have you learned? When you look back at the memories of love in the past, what is it? Like, this person is just cradling this light right here, this candle, nurturing it, looking at it, admiring it. What is it that you really admired about your past love relationships, your past, any relationships? What is it that you really liked about those relationships? And what is it that you can do to bring more of that into your life? To focus, I'm getting the message to focus on the good of what happened in the past. Oh, I really like that. Like really focusing on the good and how you can be a magician to bring more good in the area of love or relationships into your future. Message in a bottle. I think that this is kind of like a spiritual message that you may have received or will receive, like in a dream or just like some inspiration. But you also might receive a message from someone in the past that kind of triggers this opening of, looking back and seeing, what was sweet about that relationship. even if it's ended and it's not coming back, what is, what was sweet about that relationship? How can I bring more of that sweetness into my life now? Okay, a leg up. Yeah, because here's the thing. I think the spirit world really wants to help you. And especially, if you are kind of going through a solitude period right now, maybe even a dark soul of the night, sometimes going through these spiritual awakenings can be difficult. And spirit is going to be giving you a leg up. They're going to have something or someone come across your path that is going to help you get the clarity you need so that you can release this and bring more balance into your life. Lovely energy. Okay, and the future, you have round and round. This is just kind of looking at patterns from the past and realizing that, even if you're kind of like repeating a pattern, that you have this experience from the past to kind of have a higher level look at it, a more, bigger picture look at it. You have lessons that you have learned that will help you, to navigate if you feel like you're repeating a pattern, or to be able to say, I'm not going to repeat that pattern. It's always so hard, but at least, like if you're kind of repeating a pattern, but at least you realize you're repeating a pattern, that's actually progress, just recognizing it a lot of times is part of the process. It's the first step, right? So nurture. For self-care, try loving and nurturing yourself as you would a child or a pet. And I do think right now, especially if you feel like you are kind of like, going through a spiritual awakening, sometimes looking at our shadow side is really difficult. And when you're going through that, it's really important to really nurture yourself and show yourself love. Because when we're looking at that shadow side, a lot of times, things come up that we feel like, oh, I could have done that differently, or, I didn't handle that exactly how I would handle it now. And sometimes we have like shame or guilt with that. But Spirit is trying to let you know there's no reason to feel shame or guilt with that. That's all part of your journey. It's all part of answering the call. These lessons that we learn along the way are all part of that soul's evolution. And to take care of yourself when you're going through that, just realize that it is part of the journey, and what you need to do is realize that nothing that you've done in the past is right or wrong. Society always is talking about what's right and what's wrong. But, when you're going through something, everybody is doing the best that they can at the time. And looking back on your actions and the actions of others with compassion, realizing that everybody's just doing the best that they can at the time. But definitely, practicing that self-care, looking at what you're saying to yourself, the actual words you're saying to yourself, making sure that they're positive in nature. Yes, very nice. Okay. And make sure you're like exercising, exercising, eating healthy, all those self-care things. It's January right now. This is a February reading, but a lot of times in January, we do start new habits, new healthier habits. And I think that this is just Spirit trying to say, keep those up. Keep those, new habits up. A lot of times people drop the New Year's resolutions by Valentine's Day, right? Well, keep it going. Keep it going. All right, wish granted. Believe in your abilities as a magic maker to manifest your wishes. They will soon be your reality. And don't forget, oh my goodness, here you are. You had the magician. right? So you definitely are manifesting whatever it is that you want in your life. Whether it is love or career, or you want to start a new project, start a new business, move to the home of your dreams, you have the ability to do that, and it's soon to be your reality. Wow, that's really nice. I'm excited for you, Libra. Okay, so one more. Visualize. When we develop our abilities to visualize, we can manifest maximum influence on our experience as reality. I love that. I mean, you really and truly are manifesting here. And one way to do that is to visualize. What is it that you want in your life? You may be spending a lot of time doing that. If you meditate with your self-care ritual, part of that might be visualizing what it is that you want for your future, because you're answering the call. You're getting ready to go get it, whatever that is. And I think it's going to be something different for everybody. I don't see one area of life really popping out here. I mean, we do have the love, but I really feel like it's a very balanced general reading. It's whatever you intuitively are being, called to do. That is what you need to go do. Very nice. Okay, so you have the High Priestess. Wow. So you are definitely getting these intuitive downloads. You may be having dreams about whatever it is that you want to manifest. Remember, your obstacle is that you're not really tuning into that as much as you could. So I think that you are, you are definitely in your intuition. You're visualizing what it is that you want. I think that Spirit's just saying, do more of it. Like, you're on the right path. You're definitely on the right path. Whatever you're doing, do more of it. That's, I'm just getting that message. Seven of Earth, yes. So here, the Seven of Earth is like the Seven of Pentacles. And it really talks about, you've been working on this for a while. And I feel like you're kind of like in this, is this worth continuing? But it definitely is. And here, the wish granted is kind of in your obstacle thing. And I think you're kind of feeling like, I'm never going to get this. This is never going to happen. It's just taking too much time. I've put all this effort into it. I've planted all these seeds, and yet it's still not here. But look what you have right here, right? I think it's just getting back into that positive vibe of saying, I know this is going to come true. I just have to keep going. And you have to remember, I just got this from Spirit. You have to remember that if you're trying to get, a new business started, or a new creative project, or a new love, whatever it is you're trying to manifest, remember that Spirit is going to bring it to you in the manner that they think is best for you. So it may not come exactly the way you want it to, but also sometimes they have to be working behind the scenes for other things to happen in order for your dream to be manifested, right? And I think that they're really sending you the message. They're working on it. You keep doing what you need to do, and we're working on what we're supposed to do. And it's just the timing is not quite right. And with this High Priestess here, I think you know that. Everything happens in divine time. And, it's not that you're not going to get your dream to come true. It's just that the time isn't quite right. Just hold on for a little longer. Two of Fire. And I think that this is you making the decision. I think you're at this kind of crossroads, and you're kind of like, okay, should I keep going or should I stop? You may be looking for a sign from, Spirit. What should I do? What should I do? And they're saying, nope, stay the course, stay the course. This is also strategy and planning. You know, just keep planning. Just, you've got your plan. I just got that. You've got your plan. Just keep going. Okay, so over here we have the devil. Okay, so, you know, the devil talks about clinging onto, attaching certain outcomes. I'm getting that you're attaching a certain outcome, and I think that's interesting because just, you know, a couple of minutes ago, Spirit had given me the message that you don't always get it exactly the way that you want it. You get it in the form, you manifest whatever it is you want in the form that they think is the best for you. And you're kind of like attached to a certain outcome. But what you need to know is that you may not get it in exactly the form that you get it or that you want it, right? But that's okay because it's going to be in the form that's the best for you. You also may be attached to the fact that, you know, that love, you know, especially if it's love, because you have these cards that are kind of talking about love, that love relationships should be a certain way. And part of this process is, you know, changing, transforming your belief system of how things should be. Your obstacle is the Ace of Swords in reverse. That means that you just don't have the clarity yet, right? Your obstacle is that you don't have the clarity. Very interesting. And you're just blocking, like you're blocking your intuition. You know, with these two cards together, you're kind of, you know, I kind of almost wonder if you're almost like super attached. You got like some vision, some intuitive vision of what you wanted or what you want in the future. And you're just so super attached to that you're blocking the messages that Spirit is trying to give you. They're trying to tweak the plan is kind of the message I'm getting. They're trying to tweak it. And they're giving you new information. The Ace of Swords is new information, right? And you're blocking it. You're not listening. Yeah, so I think you really do. You need to spend time, maybe you need to spend more time in this solitude type of energy to get those new tweaks to the plan. Spirit is trying to give you new tweaks to the plan. Interesting. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, and you know, you got the leg up too. I think that they have given you the leg up and you were kind of like rejecting it. Like you got kind of a Page of Pentacles already and you're kind of like blocking it. They want you to, yeah, they're saying they want you to really, wow, I'm getting like answer the door. They're trying to give you some new information here. And you're just blocking it. You're torn. You don't know what to do. And they're giving you the answer. It's seriously, it's all about, like, you know the answer. I think you're overthinking it. And Libra, you know, you're an air sign. I just have a feeling you're allowing your mind to overthink it, and you're holding back on your intuition and listening to your heart. Like really listen to your heart in this, whatever this is. And once again, I know that's going to be different for everybody, but listen to your heart. Because your heart's trying to talk to you. Your soul is trying to talk to you. It's trying to give you the answer. You feel like you're stuck in some obstacle. Like this is just taking too long. You're just stuck. You're a little bit stuck and you just don't know like how much longer. But I think that there's some tweak you need to make in order for all of this to come together very quickly for you. You're going to get it. I mean, that's obvious. You're the magician. You're going to get it. Okay, so let's do a love oracle card to see what message we may have here. Yeah, look it. It's kind of like that solitude card again, right? And look at the angel wings, and once again, gender doesn't matter. The angel wings are kind of wrapped around her. Spirit is really trying to talk to you. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now it is the time to give to yourself. You know, that could really speak to back over here with the devil, is that you're focusing so much, especially if you're trying to go in a new direction. You're focusing so much on something that happened in the past. Like you're just focusing on something bad that happened in the past. And so because of that, you're blocking new coming in. And it doesn't matter. It could be in love, but it could be, you know, like say you lost your job and you're just like focusing. You're so attached to the fact that you lost your job, you know, and just maybe how difficult that has been, how wrong it was. You know, you are the justice card, the balances, right? And you may have said, oh my goodness, there's no justice in this situation, whether it's love, career, you know, finances, whatever. And you're kind of attached to that. This, you know, kind of attachment to something is preventing you from understanding like the lesson that you need to learn and how to move on, because it's right here. Like you're here, you just have to take one step. It's like changing your perception of something else that happened. Very interesting. You know, it could be that you're competitive with somebody else. Look at that. I got that word, competition. You could be competitive and you're like focusing on the competition of that person. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull, one popped out, but I'm going to pull one more angel message. And Libra, if you have enjoyed this reading, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video and maybe even subscribe to my channel. All right. So the first one, prayer. Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you. Okay, so this is really talking about, you know, we have that timing card and you feel like it's taking forever, right? And whatever you're going through, it is just a moment in the whole span of your life or your lives, right? And that, you know, especially with this devil card, like this really resonated here with help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. And to remember that you're attaching some pain to a person or a situation in the past. And it's kind of held you in bondage. You can't move on because of that pain. But to look at that situation, whatever it is, whether it's a person or a situation, and remember that, you know, God, spirit, we're all connected. There's love in everyone and every situation. And instead of focusing on the devilish, the bad of the situation, really concentrate on the love in the situation. Find compassion for the other people involved in this situation or relationship. Because here you got another one, breakthrough. How many beautiful heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? Hello, Libra. So I have no idea, but the very end of your video was cut off when I went to edit and upload it. So I wanted to go back and make sure that we read this card, and then I'm going to pull one more. I don't know exactly why that happened, but Spirit has a reason. So you had the breakthrough card. How many beautiful heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. And you know, back in your reading, one of the things that we talked about is, you know, really listening to your intuition, to allow your heart to guide you. Remember, Libra, you know, you are, you know, you're an air sign. So sometimes you allow your head to get in the way of your heart. So make sure to allow your heart to guide you. And I am going to pull one more because for some reason, Spirit wanted me to come back. Action. Drop all your fear and just do it. You have the power to create and be whatever you truly want. Look inside your heart and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. This card is positive confirmation from God and the angels that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting adventure. Oh my goodness, that is so fitting with your reading too about, you know, going on that new journey. Lovely reading. Once again, I wish you lots of love and light, Libra, in this situation and all situations. See you later. Bye-bye.